Bloody Roar 4, released in 2003 for PlayStation 2, marks the pinnacle of Hudson Soft's fighting series. The game introduces the revolutionary Hyper Beast Mode system, allowing fighters to transform into more powerful animal forms than in previous iterations. This final mainline entry offers refined combat mechanics, stunning visuals, and an expanded roster that solidifies its cult status among fighting game enthusiasts. The game features 17 playable characters, including fan favorites like Yugo, Wolf, Alice, Rabbit, and Gado, Lion, alongside newcomers Nagi, Cobra, and Ryoho, Dragon. Each fighter possesses unique combat styles that change when transforming into beast forms. The Beast Drive system enables special attacks only available in beast form, while Health Recovery lets fighters regain energy by tactically retreating. Visually, Bloody Roar 4 leverages the PlayStation 2's capabilities with detailed character models and spectacular transformation sequences. Interactive arenas feature destructible elements and breakable barriers that send opponents crashing into new areas. The lighting effects highlight the visceral nature of combat, with fur, scales, and special moves rendered in impressive detail. The single-player experience includes story mode, with unique narratives for each character, arcade mode, survival challenges, and time attack competitions. Career mode allows players to earn points to unlock abilities, costumes, artwork, and hidden content. Each completed mode reveals more about the Zoanthrope warriors and the mysterious XGC mark that grants their powers. Fun facts. Bloody Roar 4 was originally titled Primal Fury in Japan. The series began as Beasterizer in arcades. Designer Kenji Fukuya previously worked on Fatal Fury. Hidden character Uranus requires completing specific challenges to unlock. Despite being the last major release, the game maintains a dedicated competitive scene, with tournaments still organized by passionate fans. Battle Assault 3. Gundam Seed brings high-speed mecha battles to life, inspired by the popular anime series. Developed by Bandai, the game lets players pilot mobile suits from Gundam Seed, each with unique weapons and abilities. Fast action and explosive fights make it thrilling for fans and newcomers alike. Players can choose from a wide range of mobile suits, each offering different fighting styles and special moves. Mastering boosts, ranged attacks, and close combat techniques is key to dominating opponents. The simple control system ensures accessibility without losing depth. The game's visuals stay true to the anime's style, featuring sharp models and vibrant effects. Mobile suits are detailed and expressive, with special attacks that light up the screen. Stages are inspired by key locations from the show, adding extra immersion for Gundam fans. Battle Assault 3 offers multiple modes, including Story, Versus, and Survival. The Story mode follows the plot of Gundam Seed, letting players relive epic battles. Versus mode provides fast multiplayer duels, while Survival mode tests endurance against endless enemies. The soundtrack mixes orchestral themes and intense battle music, enhancing the feeling of piloting a powerful mech. Explosions, laser blasts, and thruster sounds are punchy and satisfying. Voice lines and cutscenes between missions strengthen the anime connection. Fun fact: Battle Assault 3 is the first game in the Battle Assault series to focus entirely on one Gundam universe. Although released only in North America, it became a cult hit. Several mobile suits featured unique moves not seen in the original anime. Spectral Vs Generation is a 2D fighting game that brings characters from Idea Factory's Spectral Force and Generation of Chaos series into intense one-on-one battles. Fast-paced action, colorful anime-style graphics, and strategic mechanics make it a hidden gem for fans of classic arcade fighters. Each fighter in Spectral Vs Generation has a unique fighting style, combining magical attacks, weapon skills, and powerful super moves. Mastering character abilities, counters, and timing is essential for victory. The gameplay is easy to pick up, but offers plenty of depth for competitive players. The game's visuals feature hand-drawn sprites and flashy effects, staying true to its RPG roots. Characters are vibrant and animated with flair, while backgrounds pull from fantasy landscapes. Super moves are especially flashy, with screen-filling magic attacks and dynamic animations. Spectral Vs Generation includes Story, Arcade, and Versus modes. Story mode lets players experience character-driven narratives, while Versus mode delivers fast multiplayer action. Special unlockables, like hidden characters and artwork, encourage players to keep exploring the roster. The soundtrack blends fantasy themes with energetic battle music, fitting the magical world perfectly. Spells, sword clashes, and impact sounds are crisp and satisfying. Voice acting adds personality to the diverse cast, creating a strong connection to their RPG origins. Fun fact: Spectral Vs Generation was initially an arcade game before being ported to PlayStation 2. Many characters come from lesser-known RPGs never released outside Japan, making this fighter a rare chance for Western audiences to meet them. Rumble Roses on PlayStation 2 is a 3D wrestling game featuring an all-female roster of colorful and over-the-top characters. Developed by Konami and UK's, it mixes fast wrestling action with a unique anime-inspired style, offering both competitive gameplay and a flashy presentation. Each wrestler in Rumble Roses has her own fighting style, special moves, and finishing techniques. Players can perform grapples, submissions, and reversals while managing a special meter to unleash powerful attacks. Timing and strategy are key to claiming victory in the ring. The game's visuals are highly detailed, with smooth character animations and lively arenas. Wrestlers have multiple outfits and distinct personalities, showcased through dramatic entrances and special moves. The game's bold and colorful design adds to its fun, arcade-like feel. Rumble Roses offers story mode, exhibition matches, and vow system battles, where winning can unlock new costumes and characters. Each wrestler also has a heel and face persona, creating different story paths and movesets to discover and master. The soundtrack features energetic rock and pop tracks that pump up the action. Crowd noises, character taunts, and impactful slam sounds make each match exciting. Voiceovers during matches and story cutscenes add humor and personality to every wrestler. Fun fact, Rumble Roses was built using an enhanced version of the same engine as WWE SmackDown games. The game was notable for its face-heel system, where characters could switch from good to bad, unlocking new looks, moves, and storylines. Saint Seiya. The Hades brings the epic battles of the classic anime to life on PlayStation 2. Developed by Dimps, the game lets players control the legendary Bronze Saints as they fight through the dark and emotional Hades saga. Fast-paced action and faithful visuals make it a must-play for fans. Each saint has a unique moveset based on their powers and constellations. Players can perform devastating combos, special techniques, and dramatic finishing moves. Timing cosmos attacks and managing energy bars are crucial for surviving the intense cinematic battles. The visuals stay true to the anime style, with vibrant character models, fluid animations, and dramatic effects. Battlefields are faithfully recreated from the series, from the 12 temples to the underworld. Special moves trigger powerful cut-in animations straight from the show. Saint Seiya. The Hades features story mode, battle mode, and versus mode. Story mode follows the anime's plot closely, complete with emotional cutscenes. Players can unlock extra characters, stages, and artwork by progressing through battles and challenges. Fun fact: Saint Seiya. The Hades was never officially released outside Japan, but it became a cult classic among import gamers. It was developed by Dimps, the same team behind Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and shares a similar combat system with anime-style cinematic flair. Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home brings chaotic, hardcore fighting to the PlayStation 2. Developed by Paradox Development, the game mixes brutal wrestling moves with wild environments. Fights break out in backyards, strip clubs, and parking lots, offering an over-the-top brawling experience. Players can choose from a variety of fighters, each with unique wrestling styles and weapons. You can smash opponents through tables, throw them into flaming objects, or use anything around you as a weapon. Mastering combos, grapples, and environmental attacks is key to survival. The game's visuals are gritty and exaggerated, capturing the underground, no-rules atmosphere. Characters are modeled with edgy designs, while the stages are packed with interactive objects. Blood effects, broken furniture, and chaos make every fight feel raw and unpredictable. Backyard Wrestling features story mode, exhibition, and multiplayer battles. In story mode, players climb the ranks by beating down challenges in insane venues. A Create-a-Wrestler feature lets you design your own hardcore fighter with custom moves and looks. The soundtrack blasts heavy metal, punk, and hip-hop tracks from artists like Insane Clown Posse and Andrew WK sound effects, from bone-crunching slams to glass shatters, boost the brutal vibe. Taunts and brutal commentary add to the game's wild, rebellious tone. Fun fact: Backyard Wrestling was inspired by real underground wrestling tapes from the late 90s. Some real-life hardcore wrestlers, like Sabu and Madman Pondo, appear as playable characters, adding authenticity to the chaos. Kengo Master of Bushido is a samurai fighting game for PlayStation 2 that focuses on precision, strategy, and honor. Developed by Genki, it offers a realistic take on sword duels, where patience, timing, and technique are more important than flashy combos. Players train their samurai, learning new moves and honing their skills through rigorous practice. Battles are intense and fast, with just a few strikes determining the outcome. Mastering parries, counters, and timing is critical for defeating stronger opponents. The visuals are grounded and realistic, featuring detailed samurai armor and traditional Japanese environments. Duels take place in dojos, forests, and courtyards, with atmospheric touches like falling leaves and drifting mist to heighten the tension. Kengo offers training mode, tournament mode, and free duel. In training mode, players customize their fighters' abilities, while tournament mode lets you rise through the ranks to become the ultimate samurai. unlockable swords and techniques add depth and replayability. The soundtrack is subtle, featuring traditional Japanese instruments that create a tense, authentic atmosphere. Sword clashes and battle cries sound sharp and realistic, emphasizing the life or death stakes of every encounter. Fun fact, Kengo was seen as a spiritual successor to Bushido Blade, another tactical sword-fighting game. Some of the development team had worked on Bushido Blade, and Kengo continues the tradition of one-hit kill combat realism. Def Jam Vendetta is a hard-hitting wrestling game that blends hip-hop culture with over-the-top fighting action. Developed by AKI Corporation and EA Canada, it brings rap icons into brutal street-style wrestling matches, offering intense gameplay with a fresh urban vibe. Each fighter, including real-life rappers like DMX and Method Man, has a unique moveset filled with powerful slams, submissions, and knockout finishers. Timing reversals, building momentum, and unleashing blazing moves are key strategies for winning battles. Def Jam Vendetta's visuals combine gritty realism with stylized flair. Fighters are heavily detailed, and the arenas, from nightclubs to underground fight pits, are full of atmosphere. Hard-hitting animations and explosive special moves make every match look brutal and cinematic. The game features story mode, battle mode, and multiplayer versus. In story mode, players fight their way through an underground circuit to settle personal scores. Unlockable characters, arenas, and outfits keep players engaged as they climb the ranks. The soundtrack is packed with licensed hip-hop tracks from top artists, creating an intense, energetic backdrop for the fights. Punches, slams, and taunts are sharp and satisfying, while voice acting from the rappers themselves adds authenticity to the experience. Fun fact: Def Jam Vendetta was originally planned as a sequel to EA's WCW wrestling games. After WCW was bought out, the project shifted focus and teamed up with Def Jam Recordings, creating one of the most unique wrestling games ever made. Onimusha Blade Warriors is a fast-paced 2D-style fighting game set in the dark fantasy world of Onimusha. Developed by Capcom for PlayStation 2, it lets players battle as famous warriors, demons, and even surprise guest characters, blending samurai action with fighting game mechanics. Each character has unique weapons, special moves, and powerful magic attacks. Players can chain combos, unleash devastating super moves, and pick up items during battle. Quick reflexes, strategic dodging, and perfect timing are key to dominating opponents. Blade Warriors features detailed character models and atmospheric stages pulled from the Onimusha series. From eerie castles to burning villages, each arena is filled with traps, hazards, and interactive elements that make battles more dynamic and chaotic. The game offers a robust story mode, where players unlock new characters and artwork, as well as free battle and multiplayer modes. A variety of missions and challenges keep the experience fresh, while local multiplayer brings intense, chaotic duels for up to 4 players. The soundtrack mixes traditional Japanese music with dark, intense battle themes. Sword clashes, magic blasts, and demonic roars sound crisp and powerful. Voice acting, featuring returning characters like Samanosuke and Kaide, adds even more depth to the battles. Fun fact: Mega Man and Zero from the Mega Man X series appear as unlockable guest characters in Blade Warriors. This unexpected crossover brought a fun, arcade-style twist to the otherwise serious and dark Onimusha universe. Fight Club is a brutal 3D fighting game based on the cult classic movie of the same name. Developed by Genuine Games and published by Vivendi Universal, it offers gritty hand-to-hand combat with a dark underground atmosphere true to the film's spirit. Each character, including Tyler Durden and the narrator, has a distinct fighting style, with bone-breaking moves and brutal finishers. Players must master blocking, countering, and timing attacks carefully, as fights can quickly turn bloody and savage. The visuals are dark and gritty, with detailed character damage that shows cuts, bruises, and broken bones during fights. Arenas are grimy and realistic, from dirty basements to grimy bars, capturing the raw, underground feeling of the movie's world. Fight Club features story mode, arcade mode, and versus mode. In story mode, players follow a new fighter rising through the underground scene. Unlockable characters, brutal finishing moves, and secret content offer extra reasons to dive deeper into the fight. The soundtrack mixes hard rock, industrial, and gritty beats that fit the violent, rebellious tone. Punches land with bone-crunching impact, while the ambient sounds of roaring crowds and dark environments build an intense, claustrophobic atmosphere. Fun fact: Fight Club's game received an M rating for its intense violence and graphic injuries. Interestingly, Meatloaf, who played Robert Bob Paulson in the movie, voiced his character in the game. One of the few cast members to return.
Thanks for watching.